Have you ever seen a wonder goal silence an entire stadium and then turn the celebration into a global controversy? Well, that's exactly what happened. Vinnie Jr. scores an outrageous goal, dances, shows a little flair, and suddenly the match is stopped under the anti-racism protocol. Fans make monkey gestures, Mbappé confirms he heard it, the atmosphere turns toxic. And then Mourinho walks into the press conference and says Vinnie ruined the game because of the dance. Seriously? The problem is the celebration and not the racism? But what comes next changes everything. Rio Ferdinand steps in and completely dismantles that narrative with a statement that's making waves worldwide. So drop a like right now, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell, because this story needs to be told the right way. Vinicius Jr. scores that kind of goal that tears apart any defensive system. Ice cold, clinical, away from home. He silences the Benfica stadium, and then he dances. A light Brazilian dance, his trademark. But seconds later, the mood shifts completely. Chaos, arguments, players squaring up, anti-racism protocol activated. And here's a crucial detail. Kylian Mbappé confirms he heard fans making monkey gestures. This isn't a random interpretation. It's not exaggeration. It's one of the biggest players in the world saying he saw and heard it. The game stops. 10 minutes of tension. The atmosphere turns heavy. And just when we think the focus will be on what truly matters, racism, the press conference shifts the narrative. Jose Mourinho shows up and says Vinnie ruined the game because of the celebration. That he should have been more respectful. That maybe what happened could have been avoided if he had celebrated differently. He even mentions historic names like Alfredo Di Stefano, Pelé, and Eusebio as examples of the right posture.
Io a Vinicius nel campo io le dico, tu marcas un gol di outro mundo. Por que celebras assim? Por quê? Por que não celebras como celebrava Di Stefano, Pelé, Eusebio? Por que não celebras um gol solo com a alegria de seres um jogador de outro mundo? Passa sempre com o mesmo. É a única coisa que não me entra. Eu he hablado com Vinicius, Vinicius me diz uma coisa, eu he hablado com Prestiani, Prestiani me diz outra coisa. Eu poderia ser rojo e dizer solo creio em quello que me ha dicho Prestiani, pero he querido ser equilibrado e dizer que neste mundo del fútbol e en las cosas que passam na cancha, eu intento ser sempre um pouco mais equilibrado e não quero dizer Vinicius é um mentiroso e Prestiani é um chico incrível.
But wait a second. Since when is celebrating a world-class goal an argument to downplay a racist offense? Since when does a dance become the center of the debate instead of monkey gestures in the stands? That's when the counterattack off the pitch begins. Rio Ferdinand got straight to the point. On Instagram, no script, no fear of controversy. He started by mocking the narrative gaining traction. Oh, it's Vinnie's fault. He shouldn't celebrate like that. He brought this on himself. Then he dismantled that logic with one simple, devastating question. How are we still here trying to justify when someone says something racist? He didn't mention names directly, but the target was obvious. Because when you shift the blame from the aggressor to the victim's reaction, you set a dangerous precedent. You send the message that there's an acceptable way to be a victim. Rio went further. He talked about how football sells itself as the beautiful game, how it promotes diversity, inclusion, campaigns, but in practice still stumbles when it comes to punishment and taking a firm stand.
Vinnie Jr. is to blame. He shouldn't celebrate like that. He's brought it on himself. I can't believe he's celebrating like that. He shouldn't do that. That's why you get treatment like this. That's why people say stuff about him. That's why people don't like him. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't. How are we still sitting here talking about racism for one? But then how are we sitting here trying to justify when someone says something racist because, oh, it's Vinny's fault. If Vinny didn't do that, the kid wouldn't say this. The kid wouldn't say that. No, I'm not accepting it. We can't accept this. Football is called the beautiful game because it is a beautiful game. But this type of rubbish, it sets it back so much, man. And the authorities have to be stronger on these things. We've said it for you. We keep saying it. But I can't understand how we're trying to justify someone's poor behaviour, their ignorance, damn right stupidness, just because someone scored an unbelievable goal, a spectacular goal, and he celebrates. And you know what? Celebrations are part of the game. Celebrations, if the authorities think that they're going to start, you saying you can't do this and you're going to get a yellow card for this, he's even getting booked for celebrating. How many times have we loved seeing someone put their shirt up and go, look, that's me, I'm the guy. They've dreamed about doing this stuff, man. They've dreamed about celebrating to the fans. Roger Miller. Why did I love Roger Miller? Why did I know Cameroon? Why did I know Cameroon? Why did I know Nigeria? Why did I love Nigeria? The way their fans support, the way their players celebrated the goals. It was joy. It was laughter. It was a moment that you go, I'm not forgetting that. Like, and I look at this and I just think, like, they're trying to take the badness out, the goodness out of the game. It's unbelievable. I don't know, man. It's what's it called? It's crazy. I can't just get my head around. And I don't know, man. I just look at it and think, how can we have players celebrating and people going, oh, no, they shouldn't do that, and it's okay to be abused because of the celebration. Where are we right now? Like, and you know what? When these little rats, right, say this racist stuff, yes, they should be called out. Yes, they should be told. Yes, they should be punished. They shouldn't be getting no protection. Why are we protecting them? Especially when Kylian Mbappe, a teammate of Vinicius, is coming out and saying, I heard it. So what are we to believe now then? What are we to do? Go, oh, he's covered his mouth. Why are you covering your mouth? Normally you cover your mouth when you've got something to hide. If you're going to say, do you know what, Vinny, stop being an idiot, you ain't covering your mouth. When you've got something to say that's nasty, that's disgusting, you're covering your mouth, something to hide. And the fact that Kylian Mbappe heard it and has come out and said it in the media straight away after, that's the type of shit, the energy that I like to see from teammates who know their teammates are racist. If someone on the pitch has said something, that's what I like to see. If a player on the pitch has heard something, whether he's your teammate or your opponent, and gone, you know what, that ain't right, man. That's real stand-up behaviour. That's what's meant to happen. And I have to say, shout out to Kylian Mbappe and any of the other guys on the pitch who heard it and have come out and gone, you know what, guys, we ain't having that. So I'm really interested to see, probably like the whole football community, interested to see how now the authorities, UEFA, deal with this situation. Because you've got a great player who scored a goal, who's made the stadium obviously upset, but people around the world are going like, wow, what a...
While the debate explodes online, Vinnie keeps playing. Furious, yes. Targeted, yes. But decisive. He secures Real Madrid's away victory. On the pitch, he answers with football. Off it, he becomes the symbol of a conversation the sport keeps trying to sweep under the rug. What's clear so far is this. It's not just about a dance. It's about who is allowed to celebrate and how. It's about how certain behaviors are judged depending on who's doing them. And that's exactly where this story becomes even more contradictory. Because when we look at Mourinho's own recent past, a detail emerges that completely shifts the weight of his criticism. And that's when the inconsistency starts screaming. Back in 2011, Jose Mourinho was Real Madrid's coach. In the squad, a certain Cristiano Ronaldo. In a match against Malaga, goals scored, different celebration. And not just any celebration. Cristiano joins Marcelo and starts dancing to Aise Eu Te Pego, Michel Telot's global hit at the time. Brazilian dance, loose, joyful, spontaneous. And what was Mourinho's reaction back then? No public criticism. No speech about respect. No claims that the player had ruined the game because of a celebration. Quite the opposite. The team went on to win La Liga in 2011-12. Cristiano piling up goals, positive atmosphere, celebrations treated as normal. So the inevitable question is, what's the difference? When Cristiano was dancing, it was part of the show. When Vinnie does it, it's provocation. When it's CR7, it's charisma. When it's Vinnie, it's disrespect, double standards. Now I want to hear from you. Did Mourinho get this badly wrong? Or is there any part of his argument you think is defensible? What bothered you more in this story? His statement, or the attempt to flip the blame? Drop your opinion in the comments. If you believe this debate needs to stay strong, leave a like to support the channel, subscribe if you're not part of this community yet, and hit the bell so you don't miss any hot takes like this. Here we talk football with passion, but also with responsibility. See you in the next video.